everybody. It's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. When you know those great mismatches, throwing to the guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this fourth down territory? No, you go for it.
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a third and goal. McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gonzalez's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out. All year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And just a yard to go here on second down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Mayfield now. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. Touchdown! DJ Moore, a 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
2nd and 13. Complete, it's Dodson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to connect with Dodson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Robinson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before they have.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 38, Mayfield. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 62 yards. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Robinson with another carry. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This one taken just inside the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Robinson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Robinson on a give right side. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. And some room to work. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 23-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll try to run with Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson, Jr. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Play fake. Mayfield. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 9. Right back to Hubbard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. On the give, here's Robinson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And some room to roam now. The 20. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 9. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They run. Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, it's Robinson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on first down. Craig. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they